Hello and welcome to the Chronically Online Podcast, episode 12. Looking at my notes, I actually forgot episode 12. That's crazy. My name is George, and this is
James.
And we are marketing professionals who like to talk about the world of marketing, memes, and random stupid things we've noticed, and a bunch of nerdy stuff as well, from the perspective of us being marketing professionals. You know, how can brands take up a meme that's happened recently and use it for their own promotion, something like that. And today, the first thing we're going to discuss is this mental video. I'm just going to click it, James, and you can see it.
Oh, live react.
So it's a brand TCL TV. And they...
Anyone in the struggle has had a TCL TV at some point. I was literally looking at one on Amazon the other day because I want a cheap 65-inch TV. I'll not be down with the quality. I just want it big, son.
Okay, good.
Let me see this.
So that was going to be one of my questions is, I've never heard of this brand outside of this video. So I don't know if they were a real brand or not.
I think it's one of them ones where it used to be like something like, do you remember like Bush TVs?
Yeah, or like Kodak, and then it became something else.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just one of those like, Chinese company needs to rebrand for a European audience.
Right.
Pick random letters or names or whatever. I used to have a TV that was called ISIS. Like, spell ISIS. I'm pretty sure it's still in my grandma's house right now. Like, early flat screen.
Oh my
It was a 24-inch ISIS TV, bro.
That's what they did on Downton Abbey. The dog was called Isis, the character. And then at one point in the Downton Abbey run, it mysteriously died. And then they came back with another dog.
Yeah, they got ISIS, man. They got him. Hey, Al-Qaeda's making a comeback, so, you know, anything could happen.
God. Anyway, memes. So this, I'm just going to play it with a bit of sound, so you give it to me.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll hold it to the mic so people can hear what I'm
okay,
hearing.
cool. But
For the listeners out there.
There we go. Click it so you can hear it.
Okay, hold on. Oh, hell no. Oh, they... Goon King. They went straight to... Oh, God, what's the AI music creator again? I can't remember. Sumo. They went straight to Sumo AI and just hit that. Hey, give me a song about Gooners, ASAP Rocky.
Yeah.
Why?
So the meme is just gooning in general,
Yeah,
basically,
yeah.
and how this brand, TCL TVs, used the meme in a joking way, where only at the end of the video do you see that it's referring to gooning as in the team Arsenal. So the Arsenal Football Club, they're called Gooners.
Wow.
Either that or they're called Gunners.
I'm pretty sure it's Gunners.
It's Gunners, yeah. I know nothing about football.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, they were going to say like, oh yeah, come goon with me on this TV. I'm going to goon all over you. And then they're referencing all sort of stuff. And it's like, it was on one of those videos where you're scrolling going, did I see that properly? Like,
Yeah, you had to go back because it's shot, for people who didn't see it, you know, it's shot very high quality.
Yeah.
It's done on at least a semi-pro camera.
Yeah.
But with TikTok style edits, so it looks quite addy in the beginning, and then as soon as the AI voice says Gooners, you're like, what? Hang about.
Yeah.
You just call me a Gooner, and then you're immediately in what the fuck.
But that's their official channel.
I mean, brands like TLC, I mean, you got literally nothing to lose, by the way. Like everything to gain. Just go nuts. Yeah. Like TLC
Join
is
the Gooner Empire.
That's a 98-inch screen TV, folks.
Yeah, you can goon all
98 inches and gooning go together, go together real well. And the edit's so good as well. The subtitles like floating between. There's layering. Yeah, there's very good lighting. He's in a very nice corporate office as well.
So are we saying, like your point there? Are we saying that this kind of ridiculous like sexual meme works because TCL are like, screw it, let's just try it?
Yeah, because at this point, gooning has transcended. It's not sexual. It's just brain rot.
Yeah, right.
It's just memes. Like, you know, I'm sure there are some legitimate pro-ranked jerkmate gooners out there.
The third week in a row we're referencing the Jerkmate Championship.
Hey, I'm climbing up the ranks, folks. But there's probably some people that are like, you know what, 98 inches in the front room would really improve the setup. Or the Goon Cave, as it's referred to.
Yeah. I don't even know if they referenced Goon Cave. That might be the one phrase they
missed
include.
out.
Yeah, they did everything else, but yeah, Goon Cave. But yeah,
I guarantee there's probably other videos like with the standard like TikTok, improve your setup for your Goon Cave, and it's just fucking 98-inch TV with a big blanket over it. Oh no, crazy setup, by the way.
Yeah. Well, that was a video I thought, okay, this is a brand doing something different. Obviously, they're taking like a silly parody meme And well, taking a meme and turning it into a parody. Pretty much what they're doing. And
Brand that took a risk.
yeah, took a risk. And I mean, depending on how you look at it, I didn't know it was a real one. You said you're aware of the brand, but you didn't know they were even still going or something.
If you've ever looked for cheap TVs, you'll find TCL.
Yeah. So
I always say TLC, it's TCL.
Yeah. So in that sense, it worked as a brand awareness piece.
It did.
Didn't it? As a marketing piece.
Yeah, and you know, even if you claim the official TV for Goonage, if the sales are up, you did a good job, kid.
Yeah, I mean, in the reviews now on the TCL website, are people going to be like saying it's great for Gooning? I don't know.
I mean, it depends on how far they've gone with the meme. If there's multiple vids,
I didn't
if
check.
the last month of content is pure like Gooner outreach.
Yeah, oh man. The
The
comments.
subreddit is probably there, maybe.
It probably, yeah. A lot of
r/Goon Cave goes crazy.
That was it, yeah. Like if you support Arsenal, we love being Gooners. So that's the official account commenting that.
So that's the clever get out
Yeah.
for the old grannies that are offended.
Yeah.
And then
Oh
they
no, it's
go
not
into-
sexual. No.
Oh no, that's not sexual. We just support Arsenal.
Yeah. What did you
Where's
think?
your mind's in
Gran?
the gutter? Whoa, stop gooning. Crazy. But that's clever. It's a clever little get out. I wouldn't be surprised if that was in the original video pitched. It's like, dude, this is too far. We can't do that. What if it was just Arsenal mispronounced? And he was like, "You're a genius. Give me Spider-Man," and it just got him straight away.
That's actually like kind of similar to this comment someone posted. CEO, wow, sales are up. Marketing, made a whole social media campaign about gooning just like you asked, boss. CEO, what? What did you say?
You were supposed to be on that call. Just left the Zoom on.
Yeah, so I thought that was, I mean, depending on how you view marketing, it's effective as a brand awareness piece because they took this really silly meme and they turned it into a parody that worked as it spread the word. People, I mean, that's one of the most popular videos on their Instagram.
What was the
account.
views?
Let's have a look. Views, we're sitting on 56,000 likes,
Not bad.
1,000 shares.
So that'll probably be around I'm going to go 100, 200K mark.
Yeah, it's, which one is it? Oh, that one, 1.6 million views.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's crazy.
It's very good. So, you know, the moral of the story every episode when we cover something marketing is take more risks. But, you know, there's evidence literally every week of brands that do. There are certain brands in positions to take risks more than others. Brands like TCL are literally like, dude, no one even knows who we are.
Sure.
We might as well go balls to the wall.
Nothing
We're
to
not
lose.
trying to be a Samsung or an LG or some super high-end piece of tech. Nor will we ever probably sit alongside the high-end pieces of tech in a John Lewis, for instance. I don't think you'll ever see a TCL TV in there. I think the majority of their sales must be done e-commerce. Nor will you probably ever see a TCL store. So
Yeah, I don't think I've seen one.
if your presence is mostly online, then you might as well be chronically online, folks. Segue.
Nice.
Subscribe, follow, like, do the things. But yeah, I like it. You know, I'm always gonna like something crazy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So take more risk is the catchphrase of our show, basically. Isn't it?
Yeah,
If you're,
you might as well get tattooed on our foreheads at this point.
Yeah, we should stop saying that because no, we shouldn't.
But also, there was an intelligent get out though. I will say, like, I think always have a secret in your back pocket,
Yeah, no,
just in case the outrage is too negative.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Because then it can. I think it's like when Meet the Fockers came out, and they had to prove that there was a real family called Fockers in order for the film to actually be made by, and released by Warner Brothers or whoever. If they didn't prove that it was a real
Who
family,
did
they
they have to
couldn't
prove
have
that to?
I guess the publishing company or the
I see.
like the
internal.
huge 20th
There's me
century
thinking they're in
Fox,
front of the High Court and just like, Your Honor, meet these fuckers here. No, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, because I think otherwise the main company, the production company, wouldn't have called it that. Whereas the director and the creative team would have said, "Hey, no, look, there's a real family called this," and the publisher's like, "Fine, we'll call it Meet the Fockers." Yeah, but a similar kind of thing. But yeah, the meme in today's episode was gooning, and we've managed to fit it into marketing.
Shouts out to the Gooners out there, folks.
Yeah, Arsenal.
Putting that work in.
Arsenal.
Yeah,
Football Club.
Arsenal fans, hard time to be an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, Arsenal.
I don't know football either, but it's always been a hard time to be an Arsenal fan, apparently.
That's what they say. Yeah, we're going to talk about marketing. We're going to talk about a similar kind of thing. There's Ring, their doorbells. They have a TikTok account. I quite like the TikTok account, but they posted the other day this video of just a builder walking along this roof, and then this happens.
Okay, guys, chilling. Picks up a tool, falls to the floorboards, Scooby-Doo style.
Yeah, so it's just proper like CCTV footage. It's not even like maybe it was a setup.
Is this Ring UK or is this also Ring US? Because
let's have a look.
I just find it odd if a UK household has a basement.
Yeah.
You don't usually have. I mean, maybe inner city London, but then again, they're usually different floors.
Yeah, right.
It just looks like Ring official.
It's just Ring. Yeah, it's just the main TikTok for Ring.
Yeah, and tell you what, it's very good that they went in that direction, because I've worked with brands that seem to have a really obvious outlet for their content, but they aren't allowed to go there.
Okay.
So imagine if how much harder the social media strategy is for Ring if they can't use their own footage that people submit.
Yeah, from the Ring doorbells. Yeah, right.
Like it becomes then a very creative challenge. Probably gets a bit abstract. Probably gets a bit TCL in terms of how they do their ads, right? Because self-submission. I mean, now they don't really have to do anything. It's all earned media, as it were, all self-submitted, and also they keep getting a good flow of mishaps.
Yeah.
That people are happy to share, because also some scary shit happens on Ring.
Yeah, and it's like an unlimited supply as well.
Yeah. So as long as someone sends it in,
yeah.
I'm not sure what problems they'd ever run into. Maybe they'd run into a bit of a shortage, people sending stuff in, and then they'd have to start thinking. If they were smart, and I'm not sure if they might have done this on a YouTube channel already, it might be worth a look, but they need to start getting their own team or influencers that partner with them to react to some of these best bits from Ring.
Yeah.
And their whole channel is reactions of Ring doorbell stuff. Yeah,
and it becomes a kind of like from the old times, like You've Been Framed, but a Ring-owned You've Been Framed with their own influence.
You could do them through Twitch streams. You could do it through YouTube. You could do it through TikTok lives as well. Any way to introduce multi-platform stuff from the stuff they already have. You'd be able to weaponize that going years back, filter it into different categories, different playlists. The potential is endless. But how can they build on top of what they already have, and invest more in their content team, because their content is clearly working very well. I've seen stuff from their account as well.
Yeah,
that should tell any kind of marketing leader or head of marketing that actually the budget allocation should be looked at more closely for social and content, because that, depending on how things work at the moment, they could be going on heavy on TV, radio, print still.
Yeah,
but the social happens to be doing really well because they've got this life hack sat over there, because they don't really have to try. It just comes to them. So this could either breed laziness and complacency with their social approach, which might lead to people drying up in terms of sending things through, or it could be a massive opportunity to actually outpace the other things they're paying for, and can their earned and free media outpace their paid for.
Yeah. Yeah, there was another kind of angle to, I feel, this project, this marketing project as well, is a common disadvantage as some people view it, to these doorbells that always record at all times. Of course, some people hate the invasion of privacy there. Some people hate the idea of their property being filmed 100.
If you got them on the inside, yeah.
Sure, yeah. I think
just people that ring the doorbell that don't like being recorded.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Well, a kind of like side effect of this piece is that it pretty much says, hey, if our doorbell wasn't recording you, you wouldn't have caught hilarious moments like this. You wouldn't, even for like insurance claim purposes or something. This is video evidence of some guy, of a builder falling through a ceiling. The Ring doorbell being recorded at all times, it kind of says, hey, this is a benefit of recording at all times.
I didn't even think of that, because there's a way that you could probably just green screen a member of the office in before the video starts.
Yeah.
But the hook is, if this person didn't have a Ring doorbell to record, they never would have got their insurance claim. Video plays.
Absolutely, yeah.
So then there's just a completely different take. Or if this person hadn't had the Ring doorbell going, their stalker never would have been caught. And then applications of it in terms of going different directions of how you take the marketing is unethical as it is. You can double down on fear. You could double down on
absolutely
not greed, but like getting your money when you deserve it. Has Ring gone into dash cams yet?
I have no idea.
They should.
Yeah, they bloody should, shouldn't they? Yeah. And that, I mean, maybe that sounds crazy.
Because the brand is like, when you think video cam, basically, you do think Ring a lot.
Yeah, like home-based familiarity cameras. Not like, I want to go out on holiday and take a camera. It's more like, okay, if it's a home routine style camera, you go, oh, Ring. You go, or Google maybe. Like, there's
because you can have an off-brand one, and someone goes, is that one of them Ring cameras?
Yeah.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it Eufy? I think Eufy is like the mid-range brand that's not Ring.
Because there'll be plenty. Like, but no one will know their name.
Yeah.
So when they've got the name, that gives them the ability to do anything. And again, weaponizing content that they've already got in a different way. Big wins.
You're right. I like your idea. So it's like turning the Ring doorbell submissions into like a true crime documentary.
Oh yeah,
for Ring.
yeah. I guarantee there's probably like again, it depends on the ethics of the situation. Two, if someone actually submits, captured footage of say a stalker at their door. But let's say if the whole thing's resolved, that whole thing is never happening again, and like you pay influencers, someone was paying for the story. Like, should Ring go and pay for people's stories the same way that reporters might as an exclusive, and then build mini documentaries around the things captured with their own kit?
Then they film an interview with the homeowner. Set the scene.
Like, it could be an extremely immersive experience. But you only focus on the stories that one turned out right, because I'm sure those things catch murders too. It's pretty fucked up. Not like they did anything bad. It's not like they did it. But if you focus on the stories that turned out right in the end, they always have a positive ending.
Bad thing about that though is that if you lay the foundation of saying, okay, don't worry guys, we're only going to stick with the footage where it ended with a happy ending. There's going to, after a couple of years of that, there's going to be some like slimy executive who says, why don't we go for the other non-happy stories? And we're too done with the happy stories. Let's get some footage of the ongoing crime cases. How much can I purchase that footage from you for?
Bro, I'm still waiting for someone to get Ring doorbell footage of Bigfoot. Like I want
the spinning around.
Yeah,
show,
and chupacabra. Give me. I don't have enough ghosts on Ring either. Like I need some more supernatural. Again, that's like a whole different category. Yeah. But this is where Ring then level up. If they want to focus on the negative. If you die anyway, what was the point of the camera? But if you didn't, then like Ring introducing the automated laser machine gun, and now it just camera responds to bullets live, and you can see it. I'd go into defense.
Yeah, home defense is the next thing that Ring are going to
Ring drones.
God, portcullis. I don't know. I'd love to see ghost footage on like Ring's marketing channels. Wouldn't that be amazing?
It's probably there. I haven't binged their channel.
Yeah, maybe. It is.
But people upload their own shit all the time.
Right. Okay.
And this is the thing. Like, I'm not sure how they tap into it to find people's exclusive stories more, or if they do have an incentive program. Like, they should have it weighted. Like, if you give us something fucking good, like you give me a ghost live. 10k straight cash. Like,
but imagine the people who are going to fake it with like dumb ghost footage.
Probably.
Yeah.
But then that would get a laugh.
That would. I'd love to see
parody ghost footage, $500 straight in the bank. Like, if the incentives are good enough, then
that would actually kind of enhance and what's the word? Like, it would encourage creativity as well.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And then you'd get the general public working for you. I mean, that's like the bastion of all this. You've been framed.
Yeah, right.
250. I wanted that 250 for sending in my video in the post, mate. Like, never did it because I didn't have a VHS recording and some shit happening. But like, you get it. It's the same thing, just reinvented for a different time.
Oh god.
I mean, even live reactions to stuff that team's been sent. Like, imagine the reactions of people in the office when they get sent. Like, okay, we've just been sent this wild clip. We haven't seen it yet in the office. We're going to react the same time as you.
Yeah.
Whole nother content stream.
Maybe one person monitors the footage.
Yeah, there'll be someone that actually watched it.
Someone
who's probably in charge of content moderation.
Yeah, and they prepare the footage for their team.
Who's just got straight PTSD, who sits over there. They watch it first and they go, oh, it's okay. And then everyone else watches it.
Oh, I'd love to. Let's get Ring on the blower. And
ring. Hello.
Do some freelance marketing.
We'll just send them the link to this pod.
Yeah.
Easy money.
Yeah, that's it. So that was dark. It was effective, but it was some good marketing. In that video, they actually ended with the builder going, ha, 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 ha. So he's alive.
Yeah, we never actually finished. And he fell down the dark hole and died. Like, we never actually finished the story.
Straight after that, the subtitle said, ha, ha, ha. So he's all right.
I remember seeing it because that was one of the clips I'd seen. And I think one of the top comments to that is calling back to a Vine where that guy just falls through like a video store. And the guy just goes, hi, Bill. Hi, Ronnie. You okay? Yeah. So if they'd just dubbed that over and done it as like a stitch or answered the comment as a video reply, they might have already done it. If they haven't, social team, easy win, please. Yeah. Is your team built for reactive social? Give them more time. Trust them with the ideas, please. I would say same story.
Yeah, no, that I would love to have seen that. That's cool. Well, more CCTV footage of Ring building fails or ghosts, please.
See some ghosts, Bigfoot. People slipping on ice, but it's not that tragic, Like, I've seen so much of that. And
Doorbell farts, just like
doorbell farts
I'd
are
love to
good.
see doorbell farts, some footage submitted to Ring. I don't know.
People coming back drunk is always an easy one.
Yep.
Although I must admit, the more times I see someone fall outside there, when it was younger, it was funny because someone fell over. Now, as age hits me, I start to empathize. Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
I felt that.
14th vertebrae. Oh, that'll be right at the chiropractors, that one. Fun facts, what they didn't tell you as you age. Yeah, fun stuff.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna chat as well about geeky things. We always like to get it goes from marketing memes to some geeky chat because we are absolute geeks. Question is, right? I've been spotting that there's been more karaoke places popping up, more private karaoke, not the kind of like I think it's just shit karaoke where it's in a public pub and you're like in front of everyone on a stage. Fuck that forever.
That's what nightmares are made of.
It is, yeah. No, that can get the fuck out. I'm talking about private karaoke rooms where you book a room. I think that has been getting more and more popular over the past few years, I think. I know that me personally, I went to a Portsmouth karaoke room a couple of weeks ago, went to a Bournemouth karaoke room last week, and before that I've been to a bunch of others as well.
Yeah.
My question is, would we say that karaoke, being that it's like a kind of very dedicated hobby, would we class that as a geeky interest? Yes or no? What do we think?
I don't know.
It's a big kind of connection to pop and mainstream. It's like pop songs.
There's also the different angle to it because my understanding of that would be that we have more inspiration from Japanese and Korean culture.
Yes, absolutely.
Because karaoke is absolutely massive and a part of drinking culture over there. So a lot of bars will have separate karaoke rooms regardless. Yeah. And it's just kind of there always. And then you just kind of do something instead of just sit there and drink, which is what we usually do. I'm not sure yet. Yeah. Because you'll have people going for different reasons. If you want someone that's going there so they can feel like they're in a slice of life anime, in niche interest. If someone's just going there for a standard date, I don't know, is it? Or if you go there super regularly on a weekly basis to actually low key improve your singing, then I don't class singing as like a geeky interest.
No, I definitely wouldn't.
Maybe unless you were like opera.
Yeah, sure.
But even then, it's like a different kind.
Yeah, no.
It's like band geek is different to like geek.
It is, yeah. There's a kind of like social element to it, social stigma, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, if you talk to someone and they say I'm part of an orchestra, it's different from like I sing in the shower. You know, it's like that's legitness, especially if they play an instrument or some shit. So.
Yeah, well, with karaoke, definitely say Japanese culture influence. Absolutely, there's a big brand called Lucky Voice. And Lucky Voice is one of the big ones that's invading the UK kind of karaoke singing scene. Wrong word.
They're all invading with their karaoke and their singing. Yeah.
But yeah, you know what I mean? Like Lucky Voice, there's one in Brighton, and I've been there at least once, I think. Maybe twice. But yeah, Lucky Voice specifically, I don't think... And they're branded as Japanese. You know, they know what they're doing. You know, like that's the idea because there's a cultural kind of impact there. And yeah, in Japan, you're right. It's like just a trip after work in the same way that we would go to like the pub after work on a fucking random Wednesday. In Japan, it's more common to go to a karaoke bar just on a generic weekday in the evening. I mean, like you see business people in suits and ties just like in the karaoke rooms.
It makes sense for the general market shift as well. Yeah. I think in the UK it's been a slower uptake than maybe other places, but experience-based nights out are now far more common and popping up everywhere. I mean, if you look at the likes of your Boom Battle Bar, your axe throwing, your virtual darts with cool different things that change. Right? There's lots of different activities now. We've got a batting cage,
escape room.
Yeah, escape room. So after COVID, you know, just going to the pub or just going to a club, it felt like it didn't cut it, or like, you know, people started experimenting to pivot, quote unquote. I think that's started a bit of a change. And also Gen Z aren't that into drinking culture as a market. So those who are trying to shift to capture their attention are trying to do more than just be a bar or be a club. Because I think it's something crazy like it's like in the UK, one nightclub closes a day or a week or something crazy that they're just all going dropping like flies. But generally because unless you're plastered, they're somewhat uninteresting compared to what else you could do. Now you look at the market, axe throwing, virtual darts, you know, karaoke rooms where you can still have a drink, but you're not just there for the sake of it, you know. I don't think club and culture is going to go away altogether. I just think there'll probably be one or two major ones in each city, and that'll be that.
Yeah, I think clubbing culture will stay. Yeah, you're right. Because, I mean, let's be real. I mean, when I was like 18, 19, 21, I was going clubbing to meet girls.
Mm-hmm.
And because like
it's
it
very,
was to
very
meet girls,
functional now. Yeah.
yeah, and to enjoy the loud music and the lights and the dark rooms and stuff. It was fun to dance in a big group of people, and I don't think that's gonna stop.
Yeah, and you know, people that were there, like it's different because it's segmented off. Like people that went to enjoy the music are now just being at gigs more.
Yeah, right.
Instead of going to a club specifically, because all the club will do is kind of rehash whatever's going on and what's current right now, and then occasionally we'll get in a DJ that puts together a proper set. So unless someone's a fan of that actual DJ, usually it's like when you can first drink and go to clubs, people get out of their system, and then go to other things.
The novelty,
which is what I see happen, but it's happening a lot quicker than it used to. And I think that's the difference maker. So business wise, it makes sense, and also just anime and Japanese stuff being more prevalent. I think it's big in Korea as well, but I'm not as plugged into that ecosystem, so I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. So we're saying, karaoke, private karaoke booths, not necessarily geeky interest, really. Depends on.
I think if you frequent it right now, it being super niche, I reckon you get away with saying it. Yeah.
What if you have a pre-written set list of songs that you know you can sing in karaoke?
See, I'm not sure about everyone else, but I have a playlist of songs I know I can sing when I go in the shower.
Good. Yeah.
Because I know my range. I've got some Buble in there.
You got to say what they are.
As soon as you go to, I've got they're mostly Disney songs because I'm a sheltered theatre kid. Like there's nothing. I can't. As soon as you get to Bruno Mars, my voice cuts out. Right. I've got a very Sinatra, like it stays there and doesn't go any higher. So
I really want to hear that.
Limited range, limited range. But you know, if I was I would know what songs I'd pick to not embarrass myself fully.
Nice, okay.
But it depends. If it's the type of song that you're there to get blasted, so like Eye of the Tiger, you're not going there to sing Eye of the Tiger perfectly.
No, you're there to shout it.
Yeah,
with your friends.
Yeah. But if someone puts on, I don't know, Fly Me to the Moon, and everyone's looking at you, you're like, totes bow tie, like you got to get it right, you know.
What are we saying about Frozen?
I don't have the range for Frozen.
Okay.
I can't do Let It Go.
Okay, all right.
I have a bit of a grudge against Frozen. It's like a childhood story, not really a childhood story, but
why? What's wrong with Frozen?
Every year, right? We kind of still do. We go and see a Christmas Eve film, or like a near Christmas Eve, so a day before as a family, right? And Frozen was this year, and then to set the scene, last year was remember Rise of the Guardians?
Not really.
It was like all of like the holiday mascots, so Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, like Sandman, like they were like going up against the guy that was like making everyone have nightmares and shit.
Was this a film?
Yeah, it was DreamWorks one, pretty badass.
Okay,
really good DreamWorks villain. You should check it out.
Yeah.
And it was action packed. It was emotional. It was really good. It was like almost How to Train Your Dragon level story, right? And then with the same expectation, I didn't know what Frozen was going into it, and missed all the marketing campaigns. We went in basically, I think as soon as it came out, we saw it Christmas Eve time, and then I wasn't expecting a musical, and it became one out of nowhere.
Ooh, yeah. When you don't expect one,
it was. You could say it was my own fault for not doing the research, but because I was just like going in, thinking it was something similar, and then I had to endure it basically when I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
And that was my like grudge for a long time against Frozen. Yeah. Now I just kind of appreciate it for what it is.
Okay.
So
I understand.
Maturity, old age, and all that. But beforehand, yeah, man, fuck Frozen, man. Yeah, I used to hate it.
Yeah. Well, in the old day, it was like fuck Frozen just because it's mainstream.
Yeah.
It was like nothing to do with like
Tips Fedora.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Yeah, but in Frozen now, I'd say Frozen is a proper good private karaoke song, like with your friends, because that's a shouter. You can shout, "Let it go!"
Yeah, that's a belter. Yeah. I would pick New York, Frank Sinatra.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah,
like that. That's you get into that one.
Nice. Okay, so it's you with like the undone bow tie.
Yeah,
and like the white shirt.
The bourbon that you never drink in your hand.
Yeah.
The ice trinkling. Yeah.
It's a prop.
Yeah. I don't own a suit. That's just a mental image I have. What one's that? And it makes most Disney songs. Make a Man Out of You from Mulan.
That's a good one. Yeah. That's a good one. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch from Lion King that might be good for.
Yeah, and tell you what, it sounds weird coming from me, but most of the songs from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, yeah. I
fucking love Nightmare Before Christmas.
There's a kind of like, I don't know music very well. There's a kind of like bluesy angle to the voice because it's a bit minor key.
I don't know, it's very operatic, actually.
Right.
The one you might be thinking of is Corpse Bride.
Maybe. I know nothing about music.
That's got like a whole like jazz number in it. Like,
okay, right.
That's really good. But like, it's very operatic. Like, if you watch The Nightmare Before Christmas back again, you realise it's just it's an ADHD business owner that started a business owner, fucked it up, and was like, oh shit. Oh, we'll go again, I guess, at the end. He was bored of what he was doing. He was like, oh, I like that now. He got shiny object syndrome. He did it. And he was like, wow, fuck that royally, didn't I? Oh, well, I guess best get back to what I was doing before. Highly relatable story for me.
That's why I like it so much.
Yeah, he's good. It is good.
Yeah, regardless of the songs. The songs just, it speaks to you more, I guess.
No, they actually bang though. Watch you back, and it's just...
That's, what's this? Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's a good karaoke song. I've never done that in
This
karaoke.
is Halloween as well.
That could be a good karaoke song, yeah.
I mean, you get other people involved as well. You start harmonising that shit. Because you've got different people that chime in with different... Like, mate, you start throwing the mic to your friends in the crowd, mate. Absolute banger.
Yeah, well, this is the reason karaoke private booths are good. I've been to a couple where they have multiple mics. So, like, 3 of you can do it at once.
Oh.
That's good shit.
Oh, yeah. I'd either like enjoy that for what it is, or I'd be full-blown Gordon Ramsay about it.
Well, like, not
the
letting
guy
anyone
from
else do it.
Whiplash. No, just like, you're off harmony again. Get that tempo up now.
Oh god, that'd be scary. Yeah. Well, that was cool. That was a good run through memes, marketing, and geeky stuff. Today we are going to call it a day on the Chronically Online Podcast, episode 12. And if you liked the sound of what we were chatting about, please give it a like, give it a follow, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do. My name is George. This is
James.
And we will see you next time on the Chronically Online Podcast.
Peace, y'all.